Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So, if anybody has been following my channel, my videos lately, you would have heard that we finally signed on a house. We get to move before the end of the month. We're actually hoping to be in our new house before Thanksgiving so that we can have our Thanksgiving dinner in our new home. So, super exciting. So, I am going to make some like Thanksgiving themed colored coasters. I hope. I've only tried this technique one other time, done the bloom coasters, they didn't turn out bad. They turned out kind of nice, actually. Let me grab one real quick just to show you. These are the ones that I made. They didn't turn out too bad. Now, I do have a problem. I didn't top coat these or nothing, you guys. I just did them. I do have a problem now, because I got these coaster molds from resin, okay? And it comes 4 in a pack. The only problem is these coasters that I got are very, very beaten up. I mean, these 3 here aren't extremely bad, but, they have, like, big gouges and stuff all over them. And they actually, that's why I did a couple test coasters, because I wanted to see how bad it would show up on the coaster, like, whenever it is finished. And every single one of them have defects on the top of them because of the coasters being messed up. Now, this one in here is extremely bad, which is why I only have the 3 out instead of all 4. Yes, I can top coat them and all that stuff, but this one is really bad. Like, it's got this big chunk here, then it's got a line the whole way across here, and then a bunch of them down here. So this coaster, when I poured it, I had a feeling that it was going to be really, really bad, and it was. When I demolded it, it was bad. So I'm just going to have to put this one back, and we will just work on 3 at a time, I guess, instead of 4 at a time. So, I already mixed up, sorry guys, I'm eating some Tums. I got some bad heartburn, but I already mixed up my white, so I could set it aside and let it thicken up and warm up and stuff. All I did was I used, the white, ocean white. I used a little bit of ocean white, and then I put a little bit of the gold chameleon powder in here to kind of give it a little tiny bit of a gold hue. So I just mixed that up real quick and set it aside. That way I could let it get warmed up a little bit. And then for my center, I'm going to mix a little bit of these. There's a brown and then a black. I'm going to take a little bit of each of these and mix them for my center. Actually, I don't think I have to mix them, because I think these by themselves will be okay, because they have like a blackish hue to some of them. Well, I might go ahead and just do a little bit anyhow. That's gonna be my center, and then these are gonna be my 2 colors. I got the ancient copper and then the coffee. And these mica powders, I ordered you can buy big sets of them for super cheap on Amazon. The company is called Small Tongue. They're amazing. I've been using these mica powders for years, and I love them. They're awesome. They're beautiful colors. I mean, beautiful colors. And like I said, you can get big packs of them. I can actually link these mica powder sets down in my description of this video, so you guys can find them as well. And then I'll link the coaster set. Even though my set did not show up good, I pray that if you guys order them, they do. Now, the other thing is I need to get a new leveling table. Once I get moved over into my new place, I am going to make sure that my table and everything is completely level. And then I'm going to get another leveling table, because mine is junk and it does not work. It'll say it's level and it's absolutely not, which then makes your coasters and stuff crazy. Makes your flower blooms go to one side or the other. So, that being said, I am getting a new leveling table, and then the table I'm going to be working at, I'm going to make sure is completely level. So, alright, let's get started. Now, I've seen many different ways of doing these. Obviously, bloom coasters, you can make them so many different ways. The technique I'm talking about doing, though, I've seen done 2 different ways. One, they put the clear in first, then they put their color around the outside, then they do, the bloom, and, then you do your lines, draw your lines for your bloom, that whole technique. And then I've also seen it done the other way, where they pour the color first, then they do the clear, then they do the bloom. Now, I did it the way that you put the clear in first, you go around with your color, and then you do your circle with your white, and then draw your bloom in. That's the way I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it the other way, because I've never done it that way, and I'm trying to make sure these coasters are somewhat nice. And even if the bloom doesn't turn out great, or whatever, I still have a bunch of fall stickers that I can put on them to at least decorate them up a little bit, and then I will just top coat them. I just need nice coasters for my Thanksgiving dinner, so that's what I'm going to be working on over the next couple days. So I thought I would share a little bit with you. Like I said, I am not good at this. I'm not a pro at it. I've only done, that other set of bloom, and then one other than that, which didn't turn out great, but I'm learning. So, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my resin poured down into my coasters, so that way I can start working on letting it kind of degas, get some of the bubbles out. Now, I only do, basically, I cover the bottom of my coasters. I don't do, a real thick layer, because you're going to add color, and then you also want to make sure that you have enough room in your coasters to be able to, do your bottom. And like I said, guys, if these get messed up, I do have, fall stickers, a bunch of fall stickers with leaves and pumpkins and all kinds of stuff that I'm going to put on here if they do end up getting messed up. So I'm not extremely worried about it. I don't want them to be gross, obviously. Oh. I did take tape and I did try to make sure I cleaned out my coasters to make sure that, you know, there wasn't any hair or fuzz or anything in them. But because I am kind of like doing everything in one room right now, I have, you know, my dog in here and her hair gets everywhere, and of course mine does, and it doesn't matter if anybody out there knows what it's like having a dog, especially one that sheds. It's so hard to try to keep hair out of everything, and you can check your stuff 100 times, but yeah, we are going to just spread this resin out in the bottom of our coasters the best we can. And then I'm just going to use my heat gun and I'm going to try to get some of the bubbles out. I do go around the outside of my coasters because the bubbles try to hide in the little corners. So I do try to kind of go around my edges a little bit to lift them up out of there. So that way they can get up to the surface and pop. Or it'll be easier to get with my heat gun. I'm not like overheating my resin or my mold. And then I'm going to be doing a couple sets of coasters, you guys. So the next couple videos you see from me are probably going to be coaster mold set videos. And then I'm also going to be starting to work on like Christmas decorations and stuff for the new place. And then like, you know, I have some candle shelf molds that I want to do for my new place. And so a lot of stuff I'm going to be making for my new house coming up here. I do have more stuff listed on my eBay store if anybody's interested in anything that you see me make in the videos other than like this stuff. If I'm saying that it's for, you know, my use, it won't be on there obviously. But I am absolutely 100% able to make you guys coasters if anybody's interested in wanting any for themselves. Alright, you guys, watch your ears. I am going to get some of these bubbles with my heat gun. Okay. We will hit it with the torch and stuff too here after. I don't know how this happens, you guys. And I'm also going to, when I get moved over to the other house, the room that I'm gonna be doing all of my resin stuff in, I'm gonna have a air purifier set up in, just so that way I'm gonna have a fan and an air purifier set up that way, you know, it will be a little bit more like safer, I guess you want to say. Cleaner, safer. There's still a bunch of little bubbles down here, you guys, but hopefully they will come up and start popping. Alright, excuse my cold, you guys, I'm so sorry. Now we're going to get our colors mixed up here. Just gonna move these over here a little bit out of the way. I don't want to get any of the powders or anything in my coasters when I'm mixing them, so I am gonna apologize ahead of time if everything's not 100% in camera view, but I will show you. I'm just mixing up a little bit of resin in each of these cups to mix my two colors into. Now, I've never done this before. I've only done it with the one color. So this is the first time I've ever done two colors. So we'll see. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of clear, that little bit. I mean, it's a tiny bit, but I'm going to leave it in there. I think there's like 2 ounces left in there. But I'm going to leave it in there just so that way I have a little bit of extra if I need it for one or the other. This is probably pointless to pop bubbles now, but only because I'm going to mix it and it's going to create more, but boy, there's a couple of stubborn bubbles in there. This one I haven't opened yet out of this set. And this is the coffee. I was trying to think of like colors that are, you know, fall-y, Thanksgiving, but not like real, you know, obvious. I mean, these are obvious colors for Thanksgiving, but I mean, you could really, like, Thanksgiving or fall, I should say. But I mean, you could really use these coasters, you know, for more than just that if you wanted to, which is kind of like why I wanted to. Now, if they mess up and I have to go put fall stickers on them, then obviously they're going to be a little more fall themed, but that's okay. Now, I do want to make sure I put enough mica in here that they are colored nice, but I also want to make sure that, you know, I don't go crazy. I'll mix in some, then I'll check the color. Make sure you scrape your sides really good when you're mixing. That way you don't get any powdery chunks. Just make sure you mix it really good. And like I said, I do have like 2 ounces left over there of clear, which I'm gonna need to mix a little bit of resin for my stones that I'm gonna put in the center. I went back and forth because I was thinking about putting like gold leafing in the center, like do a really pretty like brown and black like gold leafing mixture for the center, or just like a, you know, dark gold in the center. But then I thought, you know what, I have them stones down there, I could use those. They're really pretty, and I think they would match with these nice too. Alright, so there's the first color. And then we'll mix the second color here, which this color, this ancient copper color, is more of like a goldy color. But I've seen a lot of people do like the 2 colors. I've never done it before, so like I said, this is going to be my first time doing it this way, this technique. And I am not very good at doing blooms to begin with, so, you know, I've not really done them that much, only a couple times, that's it. I did one set of blooms when I very first started doing resin, and I did a set of bloom coasters, and I did it with the 5-hour fast cure, and this was before, you know, everybody like knew that 5-hour fast cure was better for blooms. It was all I had, you know, this was a long time ago. And I used it, and then I used mica powders. I never had like the alcohol inks in that when I first started doing resin. So, and they really didn't turn out too bad. I mean, alright, so here's the second color. Alright, now we need a little cup. We're gonna put, actually, I better put my stones in here first. I'm gonna put some of the brown. I do like these coasters because they're nice and big. They're nice big coasters, so you get those big beautiful bloom coasters. But I'm really disappointed about the fact that they're Lex resin and they came so messed up. Like, I was expecting more from them. I think next time I'm going to get my coasters from Into Resin. They're way more expensive, but I'd rather that than keep getting molds that are messed up, or keep getting products, period, that are messed up. So we put the stones in there with a little bit of resin, and you don't need a lot, just a little bit, basically enough just to kind of like turn the stones into a paste. Just so you can glop them down in the center of your bloom. So there's our stones. Alright guys, so the first color, I'm going to do the darker color first. But I do think I want this to sit just a little bit longer so it can thicken up just a little bit more, because it's still pretty runny yet. yeah. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more in my rocks, glass, whatever they are. These are the ones I got from Temu. These aren't the ones I colored myself. I do have a bunch that I colored myself, but I don't have any black or brown. So I just grabbed these ones that are already in my drawer. I do like making my own colored glass though. It is a lot of fun. And you can buy like really big containers of it at like Michael's for cheap. I think like $5 or $6. I got my big containers on sale. I check and keep an eye out, and then when they have a sale on them, I grab them. Alright, so I just put a little bit more resin in there just to kind of make sure they have enough. Check over these a little bit here for bubbles. Oh man, there's one right there. There's a couple big ones right here. And I don't want them to be on the surface of my coasters. Okay. I don't see... right here's one. Gotcha. But yes, guys, I am super, super excited that we finally got the news that we got a place, and we are going to be set up so much nicer, not just for my YouTube, but like in general, period, you know what I mean? We're gonna have so much more room. They do have brand new appliances already in the place for us. I mean, it's an old house, but they've done a lot of work to the place, you know, fixing it up and remodeling it, a lot of it. So it's not in bad shape. And it's a younger couple, and you know, her parents own a construction company, and her husband works for her dad through this construction company. So they buy houses and fix them up and resell them, and they're only in their mid to late 20s, and they've already built their own first home and all that. It's amazing. Like, they're really very, very nice people. Alright, let's see here, guys. I don't want it to be too thick, obviously, but it's not going to, you know, spread, but I don't want it to be really runny and thin either. You gotta kind of hit that sweet spot, and I don't know it yet. I'm just learning all this stuff, and I don't have a thermometer or, you know, to check the temperature on the resin or anything. I do gotta get one eventually here, especially if I'm going to continue trying to do blooms. Alright guys, I think we're going to go ahead and try this. Alright, So what we're going to do is literally just go right around the outside edge of each of these coasters here. I think I might have put a little bit too much resin in these two coasters, but it's alright. Alright, so nice and slow. Go around the outside edge of the coaster. Okay, and then we're gonna go around this one. And I don't go right to the edge, but I try to get it as close as I can because it will pull in. So I try to get it around the edge as close as I can. And then we'll go around this one. Oops. Okay. I'm just gonna try to go around where some spots are a little bit thinner. Now remember guys, we are going to do that second color too. So I don't want to add too much that I fill up my coasters too much and then we don't have any room. Alright, so then we're going to take this color next. And I'm literally going to go like right over top of that brown. Well, not brown, but ancient copper. Sorry, coffee. Jeez. Now we're just gonna literally go right over this coffee color. And I don't want as much of this as I did the coffee. Just kind of like to add a little color difference between them. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. I'm just trying this. I've never tried it before. I just thought it might be cool to add like another color. So I don't even know if they're going to turn out right or what they're going to look like. They might look like total poo, but we're going to try it, guys. That's how we learn. That's how we find out different or new techniques and styles and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I definitely have way more left of this color than that color, which, you know what, I might end up, you know, throwing these two colors over top of each other and dirty pouring with whatever I have left of all these colors and the clear, because I might just dirty pour it into like a, I have no idea. Into maybe like a jar or something. I have no clue. Or maybe actually I might just dirty pour it all into one of the little mushrooms. Because my daughter handed me a task yesterday. You know, first it was the strawberry frog. And then yesterday she said to me she wanted me to make her a fairy garden. She has an aquarium that she has is still like brand new from whenever she had her hamster, and she doesn't want to throw it away or get rid of it or anything. She says, I know what we can do with it. You can make me a little fairy garden, Mom. So now I am tasked to make her a fairy garden. So you'll be seeing some of that in my videos too. Me making the stuff to put in her fairy garden, and you know, putting it all together for her. And I'm excited about doing it. I'm gonna do some like glow in the dark frogs, and of course, you know, she wants her strawberry frog to be like the like queen of the fairy garden. So we are going to be making her the queen. But yep, I'm gonna make everything for the fairy garden, other than the moss. I did have to order moss. Alright guys, so I just got my white in here that has a little bit of the gold in there. I just wanted something to give it like that little bit of color difference, but then also a little bit of like a shimmer to it, because I wasn't adding no glitter or nothing to these ones like I did my other ones. And then I need to grab a pair of scissors to cut off my end. Okay, you guys. And then I'm just gonna, yep, that should be good. And then we're just gonna start here in the center and go around. And then I am going to hit it with my heat gun just for a couple of seconds. I'm not really worried about the center because there's stones there. But just kind of go around. Okay. All right. Then I'm just going to take the leftover I have here and set it off to the side because I will use that in my dirty pour, my mushroom mold dirty pour. And I'm going to hit this just real quick with my heat gun, you guys. Just to kind of, I still see a couple bubbles. Alright, now I'm going to take my little silicone tool here and I'm going to start drawing my flower petals in. Gonna go in. I hope these colors work nice and I hope this blooms nice. And then I'll do all 4 of them. And then I'll go back through and do my little tips out. I kind of am thinking about doing, I don't know. I was thinking about doing another one, like another one, cut them down again. But I don't know. I think these colors are gonna actually look really pretty together. I hope they do anyhow. Like I said, guys, I am not like a wizard at blooms at all. I'm kind of thinking I do want to go back down through some of these and make them a little bit smaller. I'm just gonna take it out. I don't want them to like go wild. Just like out at the top there. Just like that. And then I wish I would have done a little bit more there in the center with the white. And I know there's rocks there, but I still want them to kind of swirl. My petals to swirl. I did that one with more like petals cut, and this one I'm not. I'm gonna leave it bigger because I want to see which one's gonna look better, because then when I make my next set, then I'll have a better idea what the colors look like together, and then do I want to do more petals like this or less like this. There we go. I kind of like that one though. I think I am going to cut some of these bigger ones in a little more, because I do like that one a little bit more. I know they're not going to be like the exact like split right, and the numbers ain't going to be right and all that, but who cares as long as it's pretty, right? And thank you everybody who has been complimenting on my work lately, leaving the beautiful, amazing comments. You guys are awesome. Like, you have no idea. It's so encouraging. It makes you feel so good to know that other people are enjoying your art as much as you are, your projects as much as you are. And I've been selling things on my eBay pretty good. Not as much as I'd like, but you know, anything is better than nothing. And I'm really excited to get more of my stuff out there. Hit it one more time with the torch. I think I see the hair. Oh. Okay. I didn't mess it up. Okay. Alright, you guys. Well, we are going to let these cure, and then I will be back to put the back coat on them, and then we'll be back to see them when they're completely done. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys all so much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi guys, so we're back, and sorry, so sad, but apparently the video of me putting these on here and the top coat got deleted, because when I was recording doing this, I was kind of rushing to try to get out the door because my daughter had an appointment and we had to drop stuff up at storage, and I dumped the whole container of resin. And when I dumped the container of resin, I must have hit the button and shut the camera off and stop the recording. I am so sorry, you guys. So what happened is I could see through like the back of the molds that the blooms were not blooming. They were not gonna turn out right. They are absolutely awful. I will show you them. As you can see, my white must have been way too heavy. So, and I had a feeling it was gonna be because of the fact that I put a little bit too much of the powder in. So I had a feeling it was gonna do that. But yeah, they turned out awful. So me and my daughter decided we liked this side, and instead of putting, you know, stickers and decals and whatever on this side and trying to cover that whole coaster, we just decided we were going to decorate this side. So I put leaves in the center of each of them. And I will say, I do like this color combination. It did turn out really nice. If the bloom would have turned out like my other bloom coasters did, this would have been a beautiful coaster. But, so we just put the leaves in the center of each of the coasters. And then I put a very thin coat on. It wasn't enough. It didn't fill the mold up all the way, which is why there's like that little lip there, because I ended up spilling most of the resin and I didn't have time to mix more. So, but I just decided that I was gonna take the Let's Resin chrome marker in the copper, and I just went around the edge of all the coasters and just did the trim around them. And I like them. I really like them. I think they're very pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this again. And I'm going to try it again, and I'm gonna try it with doing the bloom mixture. I'm gonna try to do it a lot lighter so that it's not as heavy and it don't sink as much. But now I know that if this happens, then hopefully my other side, my top side, will still look like this, and I can fix it. Now I am debating on whether or not I want to back coat these, just do like a thin layer of black or something, maybe not black, but like do a back layer of like a dark brown, or you know, like the bronze or something, to cover this up, just so that it's not like coming through on the table as much, because you can see it, you know, if you go like this, you can see. But yeah, I don't know, you guys. I haven't decided 100%, and it'll probably honestly come down to time, if I had the time to, before Thanksgiving, with the moving it and everything else. Plus, I gotta make bunch more of these, which I'm gonna do in the next video here. We're about to start. Not in this video, obviously. I don't want this video to be forever long. But the next video I'm about to start filming right now. I got my molds all cleaned out and ready to go for the second try. So we are going to get started and try it again. But I just wanted to show you guys real quick how they turned out and how I fixed them, and what my idea is on for doing back part of it. So, all right, guys. Well, see you later, and stay tuned because I got another try coming right now. All right, bye, guys. I love you.